Hey, my divine feminine Scorpio placements, Christina here, Ginger Mama, coming at you with your month of November extended Tarotscope. I know these are getting up a bit late, but there's a lot left in the month, a lot of action going on. So if you are a sun, moon, rising, possible Venus placement, this message might be for you. Please understand we all hold divine feminine and divine masculine energy. If you are more anxiously attached in connections, you're more likely the divine feminine, more emotional. If you're someone more focused on money, possibly imbalanced in sexual energy, and you're more avoidant, you are likely more the masculine energy. So I encourage you to watch both though, because we fluctuate between the energies depending on where we are in our awakening journey. All right, so let's get into it, okay? Lots in the astrology world right now, okay? So we're going to start with reviewing what's already occurred over the last 7 days and then go right into what's happening for the rest of the month because I want you to kind of see what maybe has been occurring for you. On November 5th, we had Venus in Scorpio opposite Uranus and Taurus. And so Scorpio is like head first. They want to know what's going on. They crave meaningful connections, meaningful understanding within their careers, within their relationships, all of it. So these are some pretty intense experiences you might have encountered over the first week of November, whether that's spiritually or with others. And so be reminded Uranus is still retrograde in Taurus until January 22nd. So a lot of you possibly having financial kind of questions come up. Am I in the right career? Am I not? Do I want to rework something? Does something need to be shifted? Am I ready for something bigger? So a lot of questioning how we relate to money, how we relate to partnerships. Do we want to team up with anyone or do we not? And it also is asking us, can we love someone and also work with someone? Is that a possibility? Many people are very, absolutely not. Other people, they swear by it, right? So getting clear with yourself and saying, is that something that's possible? The purpose of passion, right? Not just being sexual energy, but passion for work, and people are like, what do you do for a living? I'm always like, my passion, right? I love what I do for a living. So yeah, that's what was occurring earlier in the month, just a couple of days ago, depending on when you're watching this. On the 8th, we have Mercury moving into Scorpio. So again, this communication of people want depth, people want truth, people want to know what's really on people's minds. And if they're not getting it, if they're not speaking truth, they're kind of just dropping it. I feel like a lot of people tongue-tied right now, trying to understand what they want to communicate. The Fool here, it's this feeling of if I'm not getting direct, deep, meaningful conversation and communication, it's gone. The Fool here. In Divine Feminine, that's where you need to be. It needs to go if it's not there. On the 8th, we also have the full moon and lunar eclipse in Taurus, which is what everybody's talking about, right? It also coincides with election day. It's a big deal, okay? And so it's just a lot going on, at least election day here in the US. And so it's part of a 3-part series. Understand this. Where you were on November 19th, 2020, ask yourself, in 2020, what were you doing in November, right? Then last year we skipped this cycle, and now we're here on the 8th, the same thing occurring. And then next year on the 28th, it will culminate the three-part series, okay, over the course of 4 years. And so this is really asking yourself, am I doing the work? Am I here? This is supposed to make you stronger, stable. It's a really more conservative energy, and I don't want to, when we talk about politics and stuff for election day, it doesn't mean that that will be the case, but it is more of a conservative energy, that Taurus energy. And so this is really asking you right now, 2 of Cups here. It's you really want love, but many of you, Queen of Swords reversed, it's you're not being clear, right? If you want deep, meaningful connection where you communicate deep emotional honesty and truth, and you're not getting that, then you need to pick up the sword and cut that person out of your life. That's not your soulmate, right? That's not the energy you're calling in. If someone's being too conservative in how they share emotions with you, maybe it's not for you. Knight of Swords reversed. If they're not taking action towards you, that's your sign it's not meant for you. Okay, because especially masculine energy is going through a big shift where they're really called to speak truth, to bring clarity, to take an action. And if they're not doing that, it's really you need to pull back. And I know that's really hard for you, but right now it doesn't feel like early in this month you have love coming towards you. There's no action, there's no movement. And I know that might cause frustration. This energy is like an earthquake, okay, for both feminines and masculines. It's what are you going to do? Where are you going to go? The earth is parting ways kind of energy. Which way are you going to go? You going to jump over, or is the divide too great? What are you going to do with that? This is also asking you not to wait for change and instead take action. Okay, action is always the way out of depression, out of feeling sad or stuck or stagnant. Okay, Scorpios. This energy, by the way, is also very important that we're showing gratitude for what we have. If you're not showing gratitude for the little things, I have a bed to sleep in, I have water, I have this, I have that. Like, how are you going to call in the bigger things? One of my favorite, mottos is literally, if someone was like, if you're not saying thank you, thank you, thank you at least 7 or 8 times, really saying it with gratitude for whatever it is for you, work, career, love, communication, your bed, the little things, your family, your friends, then you're not getting it. If you can't be in a place of gratitude, the universe isn't going to continue to send you more. So really focus on that around this full moon too. Instead of looking at like, what did I lose? Or I don't have this love I want, or I don't have this job I want. What do you have? What do you have right now? If you cannot see what's right in front of you and appreciate it, then we got a problem. And by the way, if you have people, places, or things that you appreciate and care about, you need to take action to say that, to tell that person, okay? Like, my back itches. I feel like it's like this energy of like, someone's like, I don't know, that makes me feel uncomfortable. Well, yeah, but you got to do it, okay? You got to do it. We got to do it. And you got to ask yourself too, as you plan for your future, who is supporting you and who's not? Who's in your corner? Who's got your back and who doesn't? Okay? If they got your back and you know it, you better be showing them appreciation, trying to reach out with them. Eclipse energy really reveals and conceals what's occurring within us and within others. So it's this interesting energy of like some things will come to light for many of us, but also some things just won't. And you'll be like, okay, well, if it's concealed, then I'm going to assume, right? Because you're going off of what you know to be real. Within your 3D connections, that this person isn't for me. If someone's breadcrumbing you, giving you the bare minimum, if they're barely communicating with you, guys, they're manipulating you. I know you don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. And we have the 8 of Swords here. It's like you're going to be in this mental prison and you've got to release yourself from this. You've got to, like with this full moon, release this. Write it down, journal about it. Say, look, I do not deserve this. This is not the love I want to call in. I want something higher and greater and more powerful. And I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy of what it is I want in love, in relationships, and everything else. But for you Scorpios, this does feel more like love this month. You're really asking yourselves, you're really fixed, okay? We know this. Wherever your sign placements are. I have a moon in Scorpio, I get it. So when you love someone, you're all in. And the universe is kind of like, look, we know you were all in, but this person's not all in with you. So you got to move to the next thing, the next chapter in love, the next book in love, and be fixed there and trust that it's going to be better than what you were experiencing. And I know that's hard to hear. That can be scary, okay? But pay attention right now. Who's been taking you for granted? What have you been taking for granted in others, okay? And so as we circle out towards the end of the month, yeah, like protect your energy right now, okay? And again, your financial assets, maybe that feeling of like protecting this. Like don't let other people, when it comes to money, by the way, do not let other people tell you what to do on your creative endeavors, especially those of you awakening, really reworking how you're doing work or thinking outside of the box. I feel like right now it's this feeling of protecting your heart space, protecting your financial assets, and only opening up to those you know are showing you that it's safe to open up with them. And divine feminine energy craves safety. What safety looks like is clear and consistent communication. It's someone that is being honest with you. It's someone that wants to create peace within the connection. And when someone loves you and cares about you, they always try to reach out and create solutions. They'll always reach out and say, I don't want to lose you. Let's communicate. Here's what's going on. And if someone's not providing that for you, you need to stop over giving that to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people are just incapable of providing that in a connection, or they simply don't want to, but they're too egotistical or controlling to actually tell you that. To just tell you, I don't want to be with you, okay? And so pay attention to that right now. I know that's painful. Allow those emotions to flow. Release with that full moon, okay? And then on the 22nd, we hit Sagittarius season, and I feel like this fire energy is going to feel really good for us. It's kind of like if you did the work of release, you're going to feel like that energy of like, okay, something's ramping up. And it's not going to quite, we have the new moon on the 23rd, right? Which is also in Sagittarius. That's how the astrology works. and then we hit Thanksgiving, right? So like that feeling of like, okay, if you were in gratitude earlier in the month, by the time you get to Thanksgiving, 10:01 on my timer, you're going to be feeling like really like, this is great. Like I really feel this energy of Thanksgiving, of gratitude, of grounded Taurus energy, of enjoying like food and all of this, coming off that eclipse energy. And so it's going to feel really good for you, better and better each day. As we hit the 29th, though, we have Mercury in Sagittarius opposite Mars in Gemini, okay? And so Mercury in Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign, which I like, right? It's not like too harsh like some cardinal energies can be. I'm an Aries sun, I get it, right? But it's not too fixed either. Fire energy can be very in and out. But this feels more like this mutable energy of like, yeah, it's direct, it's clear, it's passionate, it's driven, right? But at the same time, Mars is in Gemini. So it's this feeling of like, can you relate to both sides? I always look at Gemini energy of like this idea of it can be really like dark and light, Jekyll and Hyde, but it can also be connecting to the higher realms and the lower realms. And can you tap in with that? And so also any communication coming towards you at the end of the month, be mindful, especially around the 29th, of really asking yourself, is this person manipulating me? Are they just trying to keep me holding on for a bit longer? Or are they really being authentic? Someone who's authentic about keeping your connection would tell you clearly, I'm not in another relationship, or yes, I want to make plans to see you. They would be very clear within their intentions, okay? And so make sure you're being very clear back if you're communicating with anyone at the end of the month, okay? All right, Scorpios, Divine Feminines, we got this, we got this, we got this. And also maybe some of you in your new work endeavors, how you're speaking publicly. Just make sure you're able to channel that, energy of like seeing the divine masculine's point of view, but seeing the divine feminines and channeling with the higher realms, but also anchoring into people that are not quite up in the clouds yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like balancing the duality of our lower chakras and our upper chakra systems. That same day on the 29th, we also have a sextile, which is Saturn in Aquarius. And so this is one of those things where if you've been doing the work, if you've been releasing connections, if you've been not chasing connections, if you've been like, you know what, I'm just done, I let it be. If you've been doing the work, then you're going to feel progress. But I'm telling you right now, if you're still obsessing about third-party stuff, or like, did they hook up with them, or did they not, or whatever, or I don't know, or you're still engaging in like sexual energy with multiple partners, things like that, this energy is not going to feel good for you. Okay, because you're going to be pushed out of that. The universe is like, you can't. Whenever we have sex with someone, we're creating energetic cords and ties. And so that's also why people, as they pull away and harness their sexual energy, they begin to obsess about partners that are no longer in their life, but they were sexually engaged with at one point. And so this is about clearing those energetic channels. And Scorpio energy rules the genitalia, okay, Scorpios? So it's also imperative that like as you pull back from these partners and you go inward in the month of November, especially earlier in the month, that you channel this energy. You might have a lot of that coming in. You could have darker, this is serious, this happens, you guys, especially if you've been celibate for 6, 8, 12 weeks and longer, 6 months to a year. It doesn't mean you cannot self-pleasure. Please do that. But I'm telling you, dark energy will come in as you channel that energy. And I don't say this to freak you out. You don't need to be afraid of it, but you need to channel it. What that is energetic cords of past partners that are coming in. And it's very frightening when it happens. And you have to channel it and release it and be like, this is not the kind of sex I want to engage in. Be consciously aware of that. Is this really what I want? Is this a controlling energy, right? Is this balanced and gentle and beautiful, or is this like manipulative and controlling and like, ugh? And people don't like to go down that road, but I am telling you, it's imperative that you clear out past sexual energy. We carry the fragments of all of their past partners, all of their past energy. We have to clear that out and ask Source for clearing on that. That's how we clear out that sacral chakra energy. If you want more information, feel free to visit the link in my bio. Happy to do a personal with you. I know it gets sensitive when we talk about things like that. Please do not be afraid of anything, but I'm just telling you this, you cannot keep obsessing over what someone else is doing. Okay, or you're still not seeing yourself as worthy of more. If that person is a cheater or a liar or with other people, they're not meant for you. Why would you want someone like that? Go inward and ask yourself, why would I want someone like that? Release it right now with the full moon and move forward. Okay, moon or oracle card before we go. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Again, this full moon energy, you might feel this release of emotions where you're feeling really sad. Like, damn it didn't work. Damn it, I really love them. And yeah, you did. It's not for your lack of love. It's for their lack of awareness. Some people are not able to love, or they don't want to love, or they love in a very superficial way. They love in a different way than you. And that's okay. If that's how they want to love, by running around and screwing tons of people, let them. Do you understand? Let them. Don't judge it. Just stay away from it, because you know it's not for you. You understand your chakra clearing. You understand what's happening whenever you engage with any of that. You're feeling the backlash and uncomfortableness, and you're feeling like your feelings are not being validated. Yeah, so don't engage with it. Let them all just do that together. And you go over and find your group where they're not doing that. I mean, this is the conscious choice you get to make. You get to make. But you have to decide to protect your energy. I mean, the devil here, by the way, this card is all about, I mean, look at this hairy beast. They're just looking at each other. They're chained to each other. Because that's what happens, by the way. You chain into dark energy every time you screw somebody, and it's not in divine union. Straight up. And I'm not saying I haven't made that mistake, but I'm saying, hell, I will not make it again. And so you guys pay attention, okay, to what it is you want. Furthermore, I didn't say this in the beginning, darn it. I want to let you know that I did have the vision coming in for you. I normally always start with the vision, but there's a reason it's happening at the end, I think. Is maybe this is how you're going to feel at the end of the month. Is it was someone going down a grand staircase, like almost like a fairy tale movie or like a castle, and they had this beautiful dress on, like this ball gown. And it was like everyone staring at them. That is the energy you need to be embodying. That is how amazing and special I am. Everyone is looking at me. Everyone is looking up to me. Everyone sees that I'm beautiful and divine and worthy, and I'm genuine and authentic. And if there's somebody else out there that doesn't see that and is choosing other people, why on earth would I, this beautiful empress energy, chase after them? This high priestess, right? Really ask yourself, shoulders back, maybe you need to get a beautiful dress for Thanksgiving, okay? Like, really own it. Really own that energy. You are royalty in your own divine divinity with source, okay? I love all of you. I hope you have a wonderful Scorpio season. And by the way, happy birthday. I'm sorry I didn't start off with that. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. I will talk to you guys later, and happy birthday to the Sagittarius placements since this is the month of November. I will see you back next month. I am on TikTok. I'm on Instagram as Ginger Mama with the 3 A's. Although my TikTok account I'm locked out of, so I have a new account, KGUTKNEC, and it will change in a couple of weeks to a new Ginger Mama LLC name. So I love you guys. I will see you next month. Hey everyone, Christina here. So I always check with source after I record, and I'm always like, am I done? But they were like, no, there's another moon oracle. You guys, I stay in flow. Are you in flow, by the way? Reminder, however you flow state, repeating numbers, sign synchronicities, various sounds, dreams, it's all connected, loves. Tap in. What is this other moon oracle pull? What is this other moon oracle pull? I love this. You guys, source had me get back on to share this with you. You are good enough. Look at this beautiful image too. Look at her there. You are good enough. You're good enough. There's nothing more you need to do. Put the dress on. Know you're good enough. Because you are. You don't have to act like anyone else. You don't have to be anyone else. Hey, if you want to put a tux on, put a tux on. Put whatever you want on, right? This isn't about gender. But you're good enough, okay? Source chose you for a reason. Source did not make a mistake. All right, Scorpios? All right? All right? Okay. And by the way, I don't know why I said happy birthday to Sagittarius, but like I assume most Sagittarius wouldn't be watching. But maybe they have Scorpio placements, right? Because again, if you guys feel called, watch your sun, moon, and rising. I'm telling you, okay? If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, go look it up. It's very easy to do, okay? All right. I love all of you. I think we are good now. Yes. Source like we're